You'd think downsizing to a smaller home means a smaller tax bill. Well, in Raleigh, it can cost you the same or more. And that's just one trap waiting for you when you retire here. Today, I'll walk you through the realities of retiring in Raleigh, the taxes, the leverage, and the timing. So buckle up because there's a lot to cover. Let's get to it. 66. That's how many people move to Raleigh metro area every single day, net growth. And a big chunk of them are retirees and business owners with deep pockets. Many buyers are finding that our local tax structure makes the financial math incredibly simple when planning a relocation to the Triangle. That kind of buyer shows up with cash in hand, ready to spend. These folks land in Cary, Apex, and Holly Springs, and a lot of times they have the ability to buy new construction in cash. Comparing it to the markets they left behind, a $700,000 townhome doesn't faze them at all. It looks like an absolute steal. Good for them though, but that's a real problem if you're a local trying to downsize into a new build. New construction in Cary is a tiny slice of the market, so those few homes could turn into a fight, and you're up against someone who just cashed out somewhere way pricier. But hold on to that thought because when we get to new developments later, I'll show you the one move that puts you ahead of these cash buyers. Okay, so this is something I see happen often. A local seller walks into a sales center and they're sure they're the strongest offer in the room because they have a conventional loan. But without even realizing it, they're up against a buyer who's paying cash, has no strings attached, and no feelings about the asking price. That buyer doesn't even blink. They just need a place to live when they relocate here, and they see the growth here and know it's an incredible investment. On the bright side, this influx of capital keeps our local economy booming and it protects your current home equity. So ultimately, these buyers make your selling side strong. What they do to your next tax bill is a whole different story though, and it's where downsizers get blindsided. Wake County did a big property reevaluation in 2024, which was the first one since 2020. And the numbers jumped significantly because of what I call the COVID growth. The typical home value shot from around $257,000 back in 2020 to roughly $391,000. When those notices hit mailboxes, people were floored. Now, the local governments have lowered the tax rate, but plenty of homeowners still watch their bills go up. And what got the downsizers is that they sell their big home, buy a smaller new build in Holly Springs, and figured their taxes would drop. Well, not necessarily, because a newly constructed home is assessed at today's peak market value, so your overall tax bill could stay flat or even increase. That happens because you pay the Wake County base rate, then you stack your town's rate on top of that. In Apex, that town rate runs about 0.35, and in Holly Springs, it's around 0.34. Both sitting on top of the county rate. And that's the math you need to run on homes before you even make an offer. But even with a bigger bill than you expected, North Carolina is still one of the most tax-friendly states in the country. Our property tax rates rank in the lowest 20% nationwide, and that huge pile of equity you've built up over the years runs circles around that tax bump. Speaking of that equity, it's about to become the most powerful tool you own. Let me show you guys why. But before that, if you're eyeing your next chapter here and you want a right-sized home without getting steamrolled, that's what I do every week for retirees and downsizers across the Triangle. Reach out to us. My contact information is in the description box below. And while you're down there, go ahead and grab your free home evaluation, or you can scan the QR code on the screen right now. It's completely complimentary and there are no strings attached. That accumulated equity is turning your current family home into exactly what incoming out-of-state buyers are searching for. Homes in the established neighborhoods are harder to come by right now due to low levels of inventory in general. But across Cary, Apex, and Holly Springs, inventory in the upper tiers remains incredibly tight. That's a seller's market. Price it right, keep it move-in ready, and it's gone quicker than most. And because move-in ready homes here are more scarce, you generally get to call the shots on the sale. Because relocation buyers often have flexible timelines, they're frequently willing to agree to a strategic leaseback rather than risk losing the property. And that leaseback option is your secret weapon. It lets you stay in your home for 30 to 60 days after you close. That's the difference between rushing into the wrong home and taking your time to land the right one. So you've got the leverage and the breathing room. Imagine walking into a pristine sales center only to find the premier single-level lots sold months ago during a private release. That can sometimes be how new construction works here. Builders in Apex and Holly Springs sell their lots in phases, only a few at a time. And the early phases are where the best lots live. The corner spots, the wooded lots, the ones backing to open space rather than other houses, the quiet cul-de-sac locations. By the time word gets out and a community hits its second or third release, the best lots are gone. So you can't just stroll in and grab the perfect lot anymore. And good agents are staying in tune with these builder representatives so they know what's coming for their clients. So you don't have to figure this out alone, and this is where well-connected local experts changes everything. Remember those cash buyers from the start? This is how you beat them to it. I work to get my clients onto the VIP and priority lists at these communities before the public even knows a release is coming. Let me give you a real example. Regency at Holly Springs is the name that comes up again and again for retirees and downsizers. It's an active adult community for 55 and up with private amenities and a social membership to a fancy country club. The single-level, low-maintenance floor plans there start in the mid-600s and they climb into the 700s and up. As an insider's tip, builders typically maintain only a handful of quick move-in homes at any given time. So the best lots in the upcoming phases go to the people already on that priority list, the folks who had the conversation and expressed interest early. So getting on that list isn't hard if you know the right person. You just have to know it exists and make the call before everyone else. That one early move has saved my clients thousands and it's locked in the best spots. Another quick note that not a lot of people consider, North Carolina is a buyer beware state. So a lot of times people will say, well, Brett, why do I need an agent? I could just buy it directly from the sales rep. I've bought many homes before, I'll be fine. But keep in mind, in North Carolina, we have a non-refundable deposit if you need to walk away from the deal for any reason. That could include inspection issues, things you discover later that were not disclosed, like active railroad lines or 5G towers and power lines nearby that could affect resale. If the home is near an active flood zone, landfills nearby, the nuclear power plant in the area, you name it. That's where having experienced representation comes in. Remember that the sales representative for a builder is working for the builder's best interest. They're trying to get their client, the builder, top dollar to protect their best interest, not yours. No matter how much they tell you they want their customers to be happy, you are still not their client. The question I always ask people is, would you go into a courtroom without your own attorney representation, defenseless? This is likely your most expensive asset, so don't make the mistake of going into this without someone in your corner. The people who retire here happily are the ones who understood the game before they sit down at the table. Get the timing, the taxes, and the leverage right, and Raleigh takes care of you for the rest of your life. If you want someone in your corner who helps you run the real numbers and helps you find the perfect place to land, email me at hello@davisonmaine.com and tell me what your next chapter looks like. I'll help you put together a personal game plan. If you know you want to be in the Triangle area, but you're stuck between Raleigh, Cary, Apex, Chapel Hill, and everywhere in between, the video I've linked here matches you to your perfect spot using 5 lifestyle types, and most people are shocked which one fits them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.